Cosmeholics Anonymous. I am your favorite new mama, Bougie Vintage, and today's video... What's today's video, mama? Is it Love and Hip Hop? It's Love and Hip Hop. It is really late, so you're gonna hear a lot of screaming. Salem is here, and she just finished watching the show with me. And so she has her input as well. Right? Yeah. Okay, so there's gonna be lots of interruptions. Alright. Do your thing. Keep in mind, I was uninterested a lot while watching this episode, so I might kind of be here and there and everywhere, or I might not be as detailed as I usually am, because I just couldn't. But this episode started off with Estelita in confessional talking about how good Stevie's been. She said that Stevie has been hooking her up with Latin producers and writers so that she could develop her sound a little bit better. She also said that she's been working on this one record and she feels as though it's going to be a hit, so she's really excited about it. So her, Stevie, and Spice, her new BFF, are out at this, I don't even know where the hell they were, but they were somewhere and they were having a little kiki, okay? In her confessional, she says that it's nice to have an international superstar backing her, and she's referring to Spice. And this is exactly what I was talking about. I knew that she was an opportunist. I knew that she's been trying to be close to Spice because she feels that Spice is an international superstar and she can do something for her. She feels like if she has that cosign from Spice, then maybe Jamaica will try to be one with her as well. So Stevie calls them BFFs and they basically giggle and confirm that they are indeed best friends. Obviously they're not best friends, but by the looks of it they are, because they are hanging out a lot on the show, of course, and they seem to be liking one another. Estelita starts to ask Stevie about Just Brittany because the showcase is coming up, and when she talks about Just Brittany, she doesn't call her Just Brittany. She refers to her as Stanky Pussy. I said, really, Estelita, why are we doing this? Just Brittany literally did nothing to her. She got offended because Just Brittany stated that she didn't have to fuck anybody to get where she's at, and that's how this all began. Like, this is all Estelita's fault. So when she called her Stinky Pussy, Spice was like shocked, and she's like, who is that? Like, who are you calling Stinky Pussy or whatever? So then they start laughing, and Stevie asked if she was talking about Just Brittany. So Spice is laughing and she asks Estelita why she's calling the girl that. And she asks Estelita if Just Brittany wants Stevie or something. And so Estelita is trying to say, yeah, like Just Brittany wants Stevie bad and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, in what country? No, she doesn't. And she never did. Like, I just can't even deal. If she wanted him, she could probably have him. Stevie ain't that hard to obtain, child. He really not. And all this scene did was make her look super duper insecure. Like, really insecure. And we already know she's insecure, but it just made her look even worse. So then she started referring to Just Brittany as Death Box. I was like, ugh, this show is so negative. Like, it is so freaking negative. It's draining. I just can't. Anyway, the reason she's inquiring about Brittany is because she wants to know if she's down for the showcase or not, or what Stevie decided to do with her. Spice ends up saying that it's good that Stevie didn't sign her because apparently her performance made Spice come to the conclusion that Just Brittany is a shitty performer. She's not a good artist. And so she was actually saying these things. She was saying that she's not a good performer. Like, she was saying that Just Brittany's crap, so it's good that she didn't sign the contract. I was like, what? I don't think Just Brittany is a bad performer. I think that everybody's ganging up on her because of Estelita and her drama. It's like petty high school shit. Spice even went as far as to mock Just Brittany, how Just Brittany was on stage and she was saying that she doesn't appreciate when people are talking during her performance. So Spice was basically giving Stevie a breakdown about what happened in Houston. At this time, BB Gun walks in. They're still talking about foolishness, but then he tells them that he's putting together a peace rally because of his son that passed away. And he basically just invited them all. So that was it for this scene. I was like tuning in and out of the scene. I really was. So the next scene is at Tokyo's performance. Tobias is in the audience with Keely, and Tokyo is fuming. She is so pissed off. The last person she wants to see Tobias with is Keely, okay? Because she really does not like Keely. The thing is, Keely is there to make amends. She wants to be peaceful now. She wants to, I guess, apologize to Tokyo, and that is her reason for coming to Tokyo Showcase. So they go backstage to see Tokyo after her performance, and right off the bat, she starts paging Tobias about why he has a bitch in there that she don't fuck with. He tries to tell her it's not like that, blah, 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 like basically saying that basically saying that Keely was coming to apologize. So Keely is standing at the door. Tokyo is basically telling her she needs to excuse herself, like, bitch, bye, see you never. And so Keely basically says, I'm not here on anything shady or anything like that. I just wanted to congratulate you on a great performance and blah, blah, blah. And so Tokyo was like, that's fine, that's great, thank you, but you still need to go, bitch. Like, I'm not fucking with you. And I thought that was so real. And I said, okay, bitch, I see you. It's true. If you don't fuck with somebody, you don't fuck with somebody. You ask them to leave, and they should act accordingly, or hands are going to be thrown. Keely leaves, and then Tobias sits there, and Tokyo pages Tobias even more about that. They start talking about the whole Spice situation, and she tells him, like, Spice doesn't owe me anything, but it's you, and you better not still be fucking with her if you're trying to get back with me. So in the next scene, Kelsey meets up with Kirk to talk to him about Cannon, because obviously Kelsey went to go meet Cannon. The joke is Kirk met Cannon long time ago. There's pictures of Kirk from before, like when Cannon was a baby holding him, but I guess it's like time for him to like spend quality time with him. There's a lot of drama. We know, Salem, we know. There's a lot of drama surrounding Kirk, Rashida, Jasmine, and Rod right now. And if you guys are familiar with the blog Fameless, which is no longer on Instagram, but now she is Gossip in the City, she posted, and 9 times out of 10, if she posts something, the shit is legit, okay? She's never broke a story and it's not come to light or come true months later. And so this situation with Kirk and everybody and their granny has the streets buzzing, honey. And everybody is saying that the baby is not Kirk's. The baby's not Kirk's. They're just doing it for the check, And so on my reviews, I've been talking about it too, and I could see them doing it, but at the same time, I'm just like, how do you involve a child into this mess? No amount of money should be able to make you do that. Make you lie about the paternity of a child and bring in whole families and look dumb as Boo Boo the Fool on television, Miss Rashida, okay? No amount of money should be able to make you do that. And so it's just mind-boggling to me about if that child is really not Kirk's and they're just doing it for TV, because who would do that? How do you find not one, not two, but like 14 sick individuals to agree to go along with this? How do you, if Rod is really the father, how does Rod sit there and be like, we need the money, let's lie and say it's Kirk's? How does Kirk and Rashida agree to do that? Because they end up looking crazy, and then their children, Kirk's children, because they 1,900 of them damn children, they all agree to be in on it, because everybody has to be like hush hush, like gag order, like, you know, they can't speak on what's real and what's fake. But if we look at the facts here, we've never seen the paternity test like we did for Stevie and Jocelyn's baby. We didn't see the paternity test results. So the baby really could be Rod's. Now, what I need to say is I went to Jasmine'S Instagram to see her son, because we see like quick peeks of him on the show, but I want to see a photo of him. That baby looked like Rod. I said, that baby don't look like Kirk. Kirk's genes are very strong, okay? Kelsey looks exactly like her daddy. But that baby does not look like his children, and it damn sure does not look like anybody but fucking Rod, okay? Like, that little boy looks just like Rod. I said, oh, that's Rod's baby, honey. So they may very well be lying. And if they are, throw the whole show away, because this is disgusting. Like, it's actually fucking gross. It's It's nasty. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff buzzing right now. Oh, I almost forgot. And there's also another woman that's coming forward saying that Kirk is the daddy of her baby, and she is also a stripper. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, another storyline for next season, because what, we're gonna find out that he's not really the dad. Like, what the fuck? There's so much going on right now. I just can't with Kirk. It's too much. But you know what? The only person we can blame at this point is Rashida, because she is the one that keeps laying down and taking fuck, okay, and allowing her man to do this to her. So we don't feel bad for Miss Rashida. We really don't. Kirk ends up getting ambushed because Kelsey brought Cannon and Jasmine to the park with her, and they were kind of hiding while Kirk and Kelsey were having their little conversation where she was trying to convince him to meet Cannon. So of course he was not impressed, because nobody's gonna be impressed with any kind of ambush. Whatever. Kirk ends up playing with Cannon, and Jasmine's happy. She looks genuinely happy to see Kirk interacting with her child. So, I mean, these are the best actors I ever seen in my life. Her smile looks so genuine, because she's just like, I just want Cannon's father to be in his life. That's all I wanted, blah, blah, blah. And a bitch, I believe it. So I'm like really gonna be baffled if that's not his child. Like, that is some sick ass shit. In 5 years, in 10 years, are they still gonna be lying about the paternity? That's why I'm like, how could this be a lie? Like, you know? Anyway, he said he doesn't really know how to interact with Cannon, but that he's ready to step up to the plate. So the last part of the scene, Kelsey basically is like, can we take a picture? And then she takes a picture, and that's the picture that's floating all around social media. I'll see if I remember to put it in the video. What happened? The next scene is BB Gun and Sierra finalizing their divorce. They do banter a little bit when Sierra starts asking him about if he has a 2-year-old or not, and he basically says it's a possibility. So he a dirty dog. We don't feel bad for him. Well, we feel bad that he lost his child, but we don't feel bad for him otherwise. I think it's about damn time they sign these divorce papers and get the fuck on with their lives, because what the hell was the holdup? So they actually didn't have too much animosity towards each other. They did banter a little bit, but I'd be bantering too if I found out my man had a damn 2-year-old or could possibly have a 2-year-old. That means that during our marriage you were sleeping with somebody else and you weren't even protecting yourself, and then you were coming home and laying in my bed. Boy, bye. See you never. So yeah, they signed the papers. It's done. We can move on. So of course, Kirk heads to Rashida's store, pressed. It's so funny because Rashida is literally, when Jasmine was popping up, Rashida was never there, but she's conveniently there to film this scene. Goodbye, like John knows. Kelsey had posted that picture that she took with Cannon and stuff on social media, and of course, Kirk never told Rashida, hey, look, this is what's happening. And so he gets to the shop. Rashida already saw the photo, and she's like, what the fuck? Why wouldn't you tell me that? Because obviously her phone was going crazy when that picture was posted, you know. People are going to be messy. They're going to text her. They're going to freaking tag her in it and stuff. Messy. So of course she wasn't impressed, and so he explains what happened. He explains that Kelsey ambushed him. So she says that regardless, he still needed to like contact her and let her know she needs open communication. Girl, you want communication with a man that cheated on you 100 times. What are you talking about? He don't communicate with nobody. He communicates with his Disney and other bitches. That's how he communicates with you. That's how he lets you know what he wants and what he's going to do. That's Kirk's way of communicating. She's dumb. So, of course, Rashida is all here for Kirk being a father to his child. Kirk said that he met the little guy and he wants everybody to meet Cannon and for Cannon to kind of blend in with their family. So Rashida, with her broken little heart, is saying she's cool with it and she's happy Kirk is stepping up and being a pappy. She said that with all this newfound love, she's hoping that Jasmine can calm her ass down now, because she was the pop-up queen and she was doing the most, and she is a very foul individual. So Tokyo is planning like a woman or young girl empowering event, and she meets up with Sierra and they're driving around in a production Uber. This scene was kind of boring, so I'm just going to speed through it. Tokyo starts spilling tea about the event that she had the other day and how Keely was there with Tobias. Sierra tells her to give Tobias another chance. She also tells her that she's officially divorced. Tokyo's really surprised to hear this. She's like, I really never ever thought I would hear those words come out of your mouth, blah, blah, blah. But Sierra says that she does feel a lot lighter. She feels like a weight has been lifted off of her since she's decided to get divorced. And so they're both really excited to go and uplift the women at this event. BK is in the studio with Sean Garrett, and he actually sounds pretty good on the track, but this is Love and Hip Hop, and music that we see recorded does not ever come out, okay? This is probably the only music scene we've seen all damn season. Like, Erica's supposed to be working with Jazzy Faye, and we didn't see her in the studio with Jazzy Faye once. She went to the boot camp one time, and that was it. I'm so confused as to why is this show even still called Love and Hip Hop? It's just like freaking Basketball Wives. Ain't none of them hoes married except for Miss Jackie, Christy, and Doug. So I'm confused why the show is still called Basketball Wives. Ain't none of you guys wives. Like, stop it. And none of you guys are married to people that are even current NBA players. Like, it should, there's a lot of different titles Basketball Wives should have, and Basketball Wives is definitely not one of them. At the studio session, Stevie shows up. There's clear tension, but it's not too intense. It's not like intense to the point where you can cut it with a knife, but you can see that BK looks a little uncomfortable. So Sean brings up Erica. He's talking to Stevie, telling him that he's working with Erica, and so Stevie's like, Erica can sing? Sean's like, she can do a little something, something. No, the fuck she can't. And when Stevie asked if she could sing, BK looked like he wanted to fucking laugh, because we all know she can't. She sounds like a drying cat in heat. A dying cat, not a drying cat. She sounds like a dying cat in heat. So I don't understand why he's trying to act like she can sing. The bitch has zero talent. Anyway, Stevie basically says that he doesn't really fuck with Erica like that. Like, she's too much drama. It's too much drama surrounding her, and he's just not fucking with her. Stevie excuses Sean, tells him he wants to holler at BK for a minute, and of course he's gonna page him about the whole Estelita situation. So that's exactly what he does. He starts asking about what happened in Houston, and so BK starts explaining the whole situation. He's like, I'm from Brooklyn, you know, I'm not gonna let two girls jump my girl, like rah rah rah. Stevie was like, oh, they were trying to jump your girl, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, but still I would break it up. Like, I wouldn't be, you know, doing the most in a woman's fight. BK said, I did try to break them up. Like, I did try to separate them, but that wasn't working, blah, blah, blah. Either way, they came to an understanding that BK's behavior was unacceptable. BK said, I already fucking apologized to Estelita, so me and you shouldn't even be having this conversation, which was facts. He did try to apologize to Estelita, but Estelita decided that she wanted to prolong it and drag it on by including Stevie in it, but it was already done, so Estelita was just being extra. She thought that Stevie was gonna whoop BK's ass. Like, girl, no, ain't going down like that. Ever, ever, ever. Did I say ever, never, never? Same thing. But yeah, they came to an understanding. There's no drama there. There's no beef there. So Tokyo is having her little empowerment event, and she's giving her speech, and she's just talking about stuff. I guess I wasn't listening what the hell she was saying. But then Tobias walked in, okay? And her brain fell out her head. She didn't remember a damn word. She didn't know what the fuck she was saying. She just forgot it all. Right, mama? Yeah. So she didn't know what to say, so she ended up saying or asking the people in the audience, do any of you guys struggle with self-esteem issues? So there was a girl in the front, and she started talking about how she struggled with, I guess, thinking her skin is too dark or people teasing her about it. It's very common in our community that people think that lighter is better and darker is ugly, and I don't fucking get it, because darker the berry, honey, the sweet as the juice. So hello, like so I don't really understand that, but colorism is very real, and I'm not gonna talk about that right now because we won't get to the rest of this. But the girl was talking about how she struggles with being dark, and so Sierra turns to her and she's like, your complexion is beautiful. And it was like, her skin was flawless, like it was A1 since day one, okay? She looked gorgeous and her makeup was proper. Like, I don't understand why she's struggling with that, but I guess when when you're in high school and stuff and people are picking on you, it sticks with you. And even in your own family, they might pick on you and say you're too dark and blah, blah, blah. And it's sick and it's sad, but we're not the only people that struggle with that. I know in like Indian stuff, like even in like Bollywood movies, it's a thing. Like the lighter the better. It's not right. And so another girl starts talking about how she's always been small, and then she had her son, and now her tits are saggy and she can't dress it when she wants to dress. I said, baby. I said, I relate to you, honey. I wish I could just wear what I used to wear, but my shit don't fit, bitch. It don't fit. It's a struggle and a half, and so we working on it. Okay, I'm about to be snatched. Okay, we working on it. So then Tokyo's like, girl, I don't even have kids and my tits are sagging, and I died laughing. I'm like, oh my god, this is real. This is real life. Now I don't have the boob. I'm not struggling with the boob thing. I'm just struggling with my pants not fitting. I got a little tummy going on. I'm not liking it, but I'm a mom. That's just, it is what it is. Mama, is your foot stuck? So of course Tobias is there because Sierra invited him. She wanted Tokyo and Tobias to have a little chit chat because she is team Tobias all day every day and she wants them to be together. Tokyo is madly in love with Tobias, so obviously she's willing to forgive him. But when I look at this situation, I just see another girl that is setting herself up to be like Rashida. If your man is out here doing the utmost and you take him back, he is seeing what you're going to allow and he's going to continue to do it. But I hope that's not the case for these two. You know, some men actually buckle down and behave themselves, but I also feel like he's using her to be on the show, so I don't know. Anyway, by the end of this, it looks like they're back together. So the next scene is Miss Essential Oils herself putting on a performance. She is performing her song at the showcase, and so she's on stage. Stevie's in confessional and he says that Erica Mena messaged him, cussing him out, dragging him for filth, calling him a womanizer, saying all kinds of things out the side of her neck, and he wasn't feeling it at all. He assumes it's because Sean Garrett went back and told her what he said about her not being able to sing. Why are you so mad? He's telling the truth. Bitch, you can't sing. Like, somebody let Erica know she can't sing because clearly she thinks otherwise. And I personally feel like Sean Garrett is just Sean Garrett is just trying to Erica and get in her little panties, and that's why he's working with her. Because he's trying to do that, he's taking the information or taking what Stevie said, twisting it to make it sound really bad, and going back to Erica and telling her that it's just a tactic for him to be able to try to get in her panties. It's obvious. So then Erica's in confessional and she's saying that Stevie's been going around town talking loads of crap about her. No, he did not. Your boo, Sean, brought your name up and asked Stevie about you, and Stevie had what he had to say, and it is what it is. He had an opinion, he lent it. Let it be done with. Erica's doing the most. Stevie wasn't going around town talking shit about her. She better just behave her ass, okay? I can't. First of all, my exposure is mad high. She's actually a little bit browner than this. I wish y'all could see, but you can't. Like, she looks so pale, but like, literally, if I turn my exposure down, you guys will see. She got a little color, okay? She's not her dad's color. When like her dad's holding her, she looks darker. When I'm holding her, she's gonna look lighter. I tried to leave her in the sun, child. We were on my mom's balcony, and I was sitting out there with her, and I just wanted to be in the sun for as long as possible, but she's a baby. Like, I can't just have her out there with no sunscreen. She needs sunscreen, so I had to bring her inside, but we're trying to get some color. We're trying to expedite the shade range here, honey, because right now, like in person, she's looking like a nice little tan. But on camera, we're like on the second last scene, mama, okay? I'm probably blurry now. So Carly and Spice ask Sean Garrett about working with Erica. And so he says he's working with everyone. Carly said that he's thirsty and he'll work with anybody that got a pom-pom. Then she also said it's good, maybe it'll help him grow back his hairs. I fucking cackled. I was like, what is wrong with Carly? I cackled because his hair actually does look insane. But she's bullying him on national television, and he's a grown-ass man, and he's not saying anything or defending himself. He can't even defend himself because the shade that she's throwing is probably hurting his feelings. Spice feels like Carly's doing too much, and she feels like they need to stop bickering back and forth. This has been going on since Houston, and she doesn't like it. So when Carly actually made that statement, Spice's face was straight, like, why is she disrespecting the man like that? And so Carly then says that he should give it up, like he gave up his hair, and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god. I was like, oh my god, I can't. Mama. So Carly ends up saying that she has Rogaine in her purse, and Spice and O-Dog are like, stop it, like, behave. Spice tells her to close her purse, blah blah blah. So Estelita's performance is over. She comes through with Stevie, and they're greeting everybody. Stevie starts going on some spiel about how he's not a womanizer, how he sees people with potential and he just wants to help them, and if he sees somebody that believes in themselves and is really truly gonna hustle or wants to hustle, then he will help them achieve that. I was just like, yeah, okay. Okay, Mr. Stevie. So then it's Estelita's turn to chime in, and she says to the group that you guys know our history, but what we have going on is not going to affect my hustle and my music. I said, bitch, do you watch the show, bitch? Do you watch the show? You are Chanelica Betancourt 2.0, honey. Like, you are the new Jocelyn. But I feel like she's not gonna have the balls to leave Stevie when it's time to do what she needs to do. So while they're talking, a fight breaks out, but the cameras don't capture it. And the fight is between Erica Mena and Stevie's daughter, Savannah. Savannah's a big girl now. I wouldn't want to fight no damn Savannah, so I don't know what Erica's doing fighting Savannah. So yeah, all you hear is the commotion. And then by the time the cameras get over there, all you see is Erica saying, you need some milk. And I was like, this bitch right here, I can't. Oh, security's all over the place. They're holding Erica back, holding Savannah back. Stevie makes his way over there, of course, because this is his child. This is not his girlfriend. This is not his baby mama, his wife. It's his child, his seed. Erica starts yelling about making somebody her bitch. I wasn't sure if she was talking to Stevie or Savannah. So Stevie is trying to calm Savannah down and like escort her out because security ain't doing a good job. So Erica's over there yelling a whole bunch of shit, and Keely is telling Erica to stop, calm down, blah, blah, blah. So Estelita comes over, and Erica tells Estelita she needs to check her stepdaughter. I said, oh my God. This really is her stepchild, isn't it? I can't. So Mimi is in confessional, and she says that Erica's putting herself in a very sticky situation because she has seen the effects of women, I guess, talking down or disrespecting Stevie, and his daughters or his other family members dealing with it, and it ain't been pretty. So she said, good luck, honey. And she also is calling Erica a hypocrite because when Just Brittany was talking about Erica's son, she lost her shit, and so now you're over here trying to fight somebody's daughter. I mean, that sounds hypocritical to me. Everybody goes to sit down, and Erica starts paging Stevie about the fact that he's been going around town talking shit. And once again, I just want to say that was fake news. It didn't happen. That's not how it went. Sean Garrett obviously said it the wrong way because he's the one that brought Erica up. Stevie didn't bring Erica up. So it's funny to me that Erica is calling Stevie a bitch but not Sean, because Sean is running his mouth like he at the damn beauty salon, at Jock's beauty salon. Unacceptable. Unacceptable! So Erica tells Stevie, you didn't ask those questions when you were trying to sign me, so you don't need to ask them now. I mean, he a grown man. He can ask whatever the hell he wants to ask, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So what? He asked if you could sing. Okay, what? So what's your point? Like, she was really pissing me the fuck off. She really was. She said to him, it's a bitch move, and so now I could really make you my bitch if I wanted to. So Stevie's like, there's nothing bitch about me. Listen, Stevie's good because with the way Erica was acting, the way she tried to fight his daughter, I would have already been across the table choking the shit out of her if I was Steven Jordan, okay? That's what I do know. So he's good in my book because I'd have been in jail. They were doing too much long talking. No. Anyway, after she says that, Stevie's like, my daughter was about to drag you though. I said, yes, Stevie, you better tell her. I was like, oh my God, I can't. I cannot. And so when he said that, she's like, your daughter needs some milk. And I'm just like, why are you exhausting this need some milk thing? Why are you doing this right now? We're good, love, enjoy. I can't. So Stevie starts talking about how Erica's fucking every in town, and Erica says to him, I wouldn't you with your daddy dick, and Stevie's like, watch your mouth. I really want Savannah and Erica to fight at this point. Like, I want her to just whoop her ass. Like, Erica needs a good ass whooping, you know. So Estelita starts sticking up for Stevie and saying, she's like, I did see the DM and you were being very disrespectful, calling him a bitch and blah, blah, blah. So she said, act like a bitch and I'm gonna treat you like a bitch. Like, Erica is the definition of ratchet and ghetto. I can't. So while all this commotion is going on, of course, Just Brittany strolls that ass into the venue that she was not invited to, because obviously this is Estelita's showcase. The showcase that she was supposed to be a part of but refused to sign, so she couldn't be a part of it. And so this part actually took me out. When she walks in, Keely was like, oh, look at her. I can't. You have to watch the episode. Keely was like, oh, she coming. I was crying. I pulled that part up like 40 times. Like, she kept saying, oh, she coming. Anyway, Just Brittany was standing there with these fly ass glasses on, and I was like, oh, those glasses kind of cute. Okay, they were cute. And so Erica says, hi, Ronald Saggy McDonald. And I'm like, what? Like, can you be a little bit more creative? Call her Pumpkin Patch, you know? Call her, aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Like, call her something, but don't call her Ronald McDonald. For the last damn time, Ronald's wig is red, not orange. I get it. She's calling her a clown, but she's the one that's out here doing clownery. And you know what happens when you do clownery? The clown comes back to bite, bitch. Okay? Anyway. So Keely starts yelling at her to go back to Houston and hop on a stripper pole. Estelita starts asking her why she's here, calling her a bitch. And I'm like, what is all this animosity, honey? Everybody's just mad all of a sudden. This girl walks in and the whole energy of the room just shifted to hell. Like, I was like, why is everybody so freaking pissy? All these pissy pussy bitches. Anyway, at this point, Stevie's over it. He's like, I ain't about to stay for this nonsense because I'm wearing a white shirt. And somebody might throw a drink and it's gonna end up on me and I'll be pissed. So Stevie gets up and he's ready to walk out. So Just Brittany's standing there and she's like, it's taking 5 bitches to team up on one, because at one point Spice was ready to say something to Just Brittany as well. Spice and Just Brittany have 0 interaction. They don't know each other. So Estelita gets up and she's like acting like she's gonna walk over to Just Brittany to do her something. And Just Brittany's like, what you gonna do, bitch? What you gonna do? And it's getting real ratchet. Obviously, security is getting ready to tackle anybody that needs to tackle. And honestly, when I was watching this scene unfold, I was actually dying. Like, they should have just made this whole entire scene the whole episode and I would have been happy because it was so fucking funny. Like, I was actually genuinely laughing at everything that was going on. So everyone gets up. Everyone's like trying to get over to Just Brittany to fight her. And I'm like, there is literally 5 of you bitches. And you guys are really trying to fight Just Brittany for what? All she did was show up. Like, she didn't even, she just came there trying to be a fly bitch. Like, she wanted to obviously ruffle their feathers, but she didn't come in there and like get up in anybody's face. She just came and stood in the middle of the fucking venue. So it's getting crazy. Everybody, including Spice, has hopped up on a table and is trying to get over to Brittany. And I'm like, what? I said, you are embarrassing yourself. You was embarrassed in Jamaica. Like, sit your ass down. What did Just Brittany do to you? You have no reason to be jumping over tables and couches to get to somebody that you've never had an interaction with. For what? So the security escorts Brittany out and they're like, get Brittany out of here. So they get Brittany out, and Brittany is in confessional, and she's talking about how she came and did exactly what she planned to do, piss people off. And she's like, they ruined my event, so I came to return the favor and ruin their event. See, if I was just Brittany, I would have come during Estelita's performance and would have stood my ass on stage like my name was Lil Mama and crossed my arms like this bitch. My elbow, is it ashy, child? I can't. My elbow is very ashy. Anyway, that's what I would have done. But I'm me and she's her. Anyway, Erica saw a pair of red bottoms on the floor. She saw one shoe, like it was Cinderella in this bitch. And she picked up the shoe and started pouring alcohol into the shoe. And she was like, thought she was a bad bitch. Turns out the shoe was not just Britney's. The shoe was actually Spice's. And so Spice is like, Erica, that's my shoe. And so Spice, everybody started cracking up. It was so funny. And then Erica was like, oh my gosh. And she was laughing too, obviously. Like, it wasn't a big deal, but yeah. So that was the end of that scene. And the very last scene was 2 seconds long. Stevie was outside walking in slow-mo to a voiceover of his own voice. Basically saying that he is going to meet up with somebody that has put up with Erica for a very long time and knows how to deal with her. And while he's talking, I'm trying to figure out who the hell it is. He walks in, the camera goes to the person at the bar. Who's sitting there? Rich motherfucking dollars, okay? I was like, yes, Richie D. I fucking love Rich. I do. But Rich was sitting in the bar and Stevie meets up with him, and so that's how we're going to start next week's episode. So I'm excited to see what the hell they're going to talk about. What do they have to talk about? I don't know. Let's see. But it should be interesting because Erica's not expecting to see Rich. Why did they bring all these damn New York people over to Atlanta? Y'all, Atlanta's population must be high as hell. Must be high as hell. Anyway, that's basically it for this episode. I am still waiting for my mother effing color pop to arrive. It's in Canada somewhere and cleared customs and it's not arrived yet. But you know what did arrive? My Dior foundation. I brought back the Tom Ford. I exchanged it for the Makeup Forever foundation stick. So we are going to see what's really good with these makeup products. And I tried to order Jackie's products, but from Too Faced. Let me tell you, my cart was full, bitch. I had 3 foundations, obviously, because I wasn't sure. Was it 3 or 2? I had 2 or 3 foundations because I wasn't sure which one was going to match me, obviously. And I also had 2 of the new concealers in there as well. And I had 1 powder because I wanted the translucent and the yellow powder. But they were sold out of the translucent, and I was like, what the fuck? So I just have to wait till it drops worldwide so I can get it. But I was so pissed because I filled my cart and then I went to PayPal to pay, and it's like, this merchant only ships within the US. I said, bitch, the fuck? Anyway, that's basically it. But yeah, I will be seeing you guys for Dior probably tomorrow. And yeah, I love you all, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.